and Todd present Coop's Sandwich Shop.
Talk about popular. We got a feature here that's blowing through the roof. Coop's Sandwich Shop.
Oh, yeah.
Hosted by Coop himself. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I went out yesterday.
Sounds like Patty Showbiz.
Hey, you know what, you little punk? We gotta get him after the show.
Don't get all
Not about you.
Settle down.
You're just kidding around.
Yeah.
I'm getting tons and tons of emails from listeners. I mean, it's unbelievable.
So who suggested today's spotlight?
Today we have James Stevens, and he recommended that I head out to Hoagie Haven in Princeton, New Jersey. It's in downtown Princeton, and it's located at 242 Nassau Street, which is kind of like their main street, near the Princeton University. And I live fairly close to the Princeton area, but it's not an area I usually go to. It's just there's not much there for me.
I can tell you don't get
A
around
little
there
highbrow.
much.
Yeah, it's a little highbrow. Like I would need to put on one of those sweater vests like you're wearing, Scott, just
Thank
to
you
fit
very
in.
much.
Yeah.
You're working
They don't
class
let me
hero.
around there either. Don't worry.
So, and when you're driving down there, you're passing really high-end restaurants, sushi places, and then, you got shops like Ralph Lauren, Coach, expensive jewelry stores.
A lot of
and
fish.
Then you got Hoagie Haven sitting in the middle of all this. I mean, this building, it's from the 1970s. And they haven't done any renovations. It's the same signs, the same building, and I mean, it really stands out. Maybe that's what they're going for, but it really stands out compared to these other really, swanky stores.
Joe, have you ever been to Hoagie Haven?
It's in downtown Princeton. It's a Princeton University type hangout.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, I have been there.
So,
Of course.
Yes, I actually have been there once. A long time
So
ago.
what's on the menu?
so they have the regular types of sandwiches, cold hoagies, and the general, hot hoagies. And then they have what they call hot items. And this is, I guess the hot item at Hoagie Haven is to get the hot items. Everyone was getting them. I asked the guy, I go, well, what do you, I've never been here, I'm a first timer. So he told me, you got to try one of the hot items. So I'm looking at them, and a lot of these sandwiches are just kind of, they're spin-offs of the Rutgers grease truck sandwiches.
Right.
So they're loaded up with all the stuff in the sandwich there.
Yeah, and they also have the similar names, like they have the El Mexicano, the Sanchez, and then you could get the Sanchez extra dirty for an additional 50 cents.
Sure. Dirty Sanchez, yeah.
Yes, and then they have one called the Heart Stop, and
That's perfect.
it has cheesesteak, bacon, and eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird combination.
Right.
Well, no, steak and eggs with cheese. Yeah, I can see that.
The hard
And a
stop.
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go with something that was too similar to the grease trucks because I've had that, hundreds of times in my life. So I went with the El Mexicano, which seemed like was probably the most unique sandwich there.
What's in it?
It's got cheesesteak, chicken tacos.
Oh, God.
What do you mean? The actual taco?
Yeah, what they did was
shell.
they broke up the shell, and so they put the shell in the sandwich,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's got sour cream and hot sauce.
Sure.
The bread was the best part of it. The bread was gigantic. It was probably the size of like my arm, literally. It was.
So it was like 2 feet long?
Yeah, and that's how they carry them around. Literally lay them down on their
Big
arm.
as your arm?
Yeah. It was about 2 feet long.
How
And
much
you
did it
ate
weigh?
the whole thing?
Yeah. I
Scott.
Duh.
struggled through it, but I was, it's a goal. You
Now,
gotta-
how long does it take you to eat a 2-foot sandwich?
Oh, and I'm a slow eater. I was out there for probably almost an hour eating.
A
Really?
sandwich?
Yeah, because I'll take a break and then I'll I'll get an
Get-
email.
catch
or I'll
your
go
breath.
on-
You take a break, catch your breath,
Now,
and go back at it.
Are you a sweaty eater? Did you get like
yeah.
perspire a
No
little bit?
doubt.
A little bit from the hot sauce, but
Yeah.
the hotter the food, like in terms of like spiciness,
Oh,
the more
Bill
I
Evans
sweat.
is getting hungry
Yeah.
right now. I can tell it, man. Look at him. All right, so let's find out how he did there at the Hoagie Haven.
Coop's Sandwich Shop gives it 2.5 pickles.
Yeah, come on now.
2.5. Is that your lowest so
That's the
far?
lowest.
It's the lowest so far. I mean, first I had to knock points off for lack of originality.
You were intimidated by the swanky shops around it, too,
Yeah.
though. I think that bothered you.
You're a little
Yeah.
upset because they didn't remodel anything around there.
Well,
You hear that? They haven't done anything since 1970.
Well, it's got personality. The place has personality. It just doesn't fit in really with the other places in Princeton.
What brought him down?
It's just the overall sandwich was just, I thought it was average.
It wasn't filling, right?
Oh, no, it was very filling. It was
You know
very
what? The
filling.
menu smells like a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, they all do those places.
Yeah.
They all smell like that.
Yeah, I've been sitting in there for
You
a while.
walked in and I could smell it.
I hope
Patty,
we don't shut
when
it down now.
When I used to work in one in Westfield, you'd smell like that for days.
Tell you what, you get 2.5 pickles from him.
Oof.
You
That's
got
not
problems.
too bad, though.
I'd love to have like a
Two is
sandwich
average.
shop cologne. You know, just spray it on. You know, I'd love to
That's
smell the
enough
sandwich
of
shop.